Good morning. Welcome to our first topic for the operation. So first we will going to assess two factors. So number one is the nature of different hospitality and service areas. And the number two is the different influences affecting patterns of demand within hospitality operations. So first, let's have the nature of different hospitality product and service areas. Let us define first what is hospitality. So when we say hospitality, it is about how are we going to serve our guests, being friendly and generous, in the reception area and giving entertainment to guests, visitors, or strangers. Operations management is the management of the processes that produce or deliver goods and services. Also, operations management decisions directly affect the size, the shape, quantity, quality, the price, the profitability, and speed of delivery output of hospitality organizations, whether at the luxury end of the market or a budget product or service. There are different characteristics of hotel products and services. So we have five. We have the location, we have the mix of facilities, the image, the services it provides, and prices charged. So these are the factors that influences the characteristics or the factors that influence the characteristics of hotel products and services. So first, in food operations, the restaurant managers are generally responsible for the following. First is to exceed customers' expectations. Next is hiring and training. And then to set and maintain quality standards. And they also do marketing. And also banquet and coffee service, as well as in-room dining and minibar. Also, they present annual, monthly, and weekly forecasts. So bars, when we say bars, in a large hotel, there are several kinds of bars. We have what we call the lobby bars, restaurant bars, the service bars, the pool bars, nightclubs, mini bars, and sport bars. When we say stewarding, these are the responsibilities of a chief steward. So they maintain the cleanliness of back of house, cleanliness of glassware, china, and cutlery. They also maintain strict inventory control and monthly stock check. They also maintain dishwashing machines, inventory of chemical stock, sanitation, and even pest control. Okay, for meetings is a variety or has a variety of room setups that are available depending on a client's needs. So the most frequently selected meeting room setups are the theater style, the horseshoe style, and the classroom style. For the rooms division is comprised of the front office, the reservations, housekeeping, the concierge, the guest, services, room service, bellboy, porter, laundry, security, and communications. The main concerns of this department are financial performance, employee satisfaction, of course, guest satisfaction, the guest services, guest relations, and security. For the front office, this is said to be the heart of a hotel. So this associates the responsibilities for this department is for the guest first and the last impression of the hotel. So according to the study, the last impression is the lasting impression, which will be instrumental for the guest's decision to return to the hotel for the next visit. different functions for front office. So the main functions of the front office are: number one is to sell rooms. Number two is to maintain balance accounts. And then number three is to handle mails, faxes, messages, and local and hotel information. Okay. For the reservation is the head of the reservations department. He or she reports directly to the rooms division manager. This department is often the first one that a prospective guest has contact with, and therefore impressions are lasting. So the quality service and attention to the details are very critical in this department. For the housekeeping department, this has the largest number of employees in the hotel. So the executive housekeeper is the head of the department. He or she is responsible for the substantial amount of record keeping, scheduling, and evaluation of employees. This maintains the inventory of all guest rooms and public area furnishings. So now let's go to the different influences of demand within hospitality operations. So what are those influences that affects the patterns of demand within hospitality operations? Okay, so we have different types of hospitality outlets. We have the uh, services, we have the pub bars, nightclubs, the gambling, contract catering, we have the membership clubs, we have the hostels, the holiday parks, we have self-catering, visitor attractions, tourist services, travel services, and events. So this outlet gives uh, give products and services to guests or to customers. Okay. So there are different factors affecting the patterns of demands. First is the opening hours, the seasonality. Okay. So for the opening hours, time of day of peak, so as you can see, it is very obvious that the restaurants and hotels are more in demand when holidays and weekends. Okay. So for the seasonality, when the vacation of the students are in, so there are more guests expected to come in the hotels and restaurants. Okay. The sociological influences, the health eating and drinking patterns. We have the food and fashion trends, the accommodation trends, the cultural and regional and ethnic influences, the pricing and economic factors, and the elasticity of demand. For the opening hours, time of day and week, the hospitality industry is a 24/7, 365, 366 days industry. The pattern of demand is therefore influenced by this. Okay? For the seasonality is a characteristics of time series in which the data is regular and predictable changes which recur every calendar year. So hospitality products, services are seasonal, which means they do not have a common nature throughout, hence they change from season to season to provide services as demanded by customers. So as you can see, during holiday season, Christmas and New Year, there are lots of customers coming into the city and having their vacation here. They eat in different restaurants, they check in different hotels here, they go to different places, tourism facilities, and recreational facilities in Tagaytay City. So that's seasonality. For the sociological influences, of changes in the family unit influencing people's spending. Many families will have two incomes, increasing disposable income but reducing time available to cook. This therefore increases the demand for fast food and eating out. So as for the working parents or the working moms, the working dads, no, instead of cooking inside their houses because they are very tired of work, no, they just um, buy into some from fast food chains or restaurants. Uh, of course, that factors influence the patterns of demand for that specific restaurant or fast food chain. So a grab-and-go culture of food on the run, coffee bars, sandwich shops, takeaways contribute to lack of cooking skills or lack of time in cooking. Okay? Next is healthy eating and drinking. The lifestyle of people are changing, and this is evident in the choices displayed by the hospitality customers. Increase in demand for healthy food, increase in demand for organic food, and life expectancy is expected to increase due to the healthy options in diet and way of life. This will affect the demand of products and services offered in the hospitality. So there are different hotels and restaurants or restaurants specifically who are into organic farming or they are offering organic food and healthy food because this is in demand. People nowadays are very conscious on their health, on their diet, so that's why restaurants are um, this opportunity to innovate their menus or to add some dishes that will complement the needs of the customers, especially those who are health conscious. Okay. Another factor is the accommodation trends. Okay. So the technology are running all the industry, not just in but in the whole world. Okay. So in the accommodation sector or the lodging industry, so for the hotels, these are the trends, no? In-room video on demand, and flat screen TV, high speed and wireless internet. No? So there are no or limited newspaper offerings, DVD players. Okay. For another one is allergy-free rooms, the pillow choice, and then yung hindi na masyadong ginagamit ngayon or not easily used as of today is, or not used as of today, ay yung mga old bedding. In terms of health and well-being, free breakfast, healthy menu choices and vegetarian options. We have the free health facilities. So not much more on the mini bars and jacuzzi. For the stewards environment, we have the travel reuse programs, the recycling programs, and the LED lighting and water saving programs. Free computers in the lobby, business centers, free boarding pass in-room. For the in-room internet fees, this is not much of the space. For the convenience, there are lots of mobile applications for guest service, mobile check-in, not more on the lobby check-in and high kiosk. For the giving back or for the hotels contributes to charities, so these are their social responsibilities. Hotel employees are contributing volunteering hours to charity, in-kind contributions to charity offering, room nights, meeting space or goods and services. And then for another one is the electric or car charging station. So these are the hotel's trends, no, that affect influence or that influence the behavioral pattern in terms of demand of the guest or customers. And then the other factor is the elasticity of demand. Okay, so when we say price elasticity, this is the measure of the percent change in the good demanded divided by the percent change in the price of the good. So for the law of demand, this case that more of a good will be demanded, the lower its price, all else is constant. And less of a good will be demanded, the higher its price, all else is constant. So, for example, you have a shoes, no, or a dress, or any thing that you want to buy. But you see that the price of the thing that you want to buy is very high. So for you to be able to decide on where to buy it, on on will you buy it or not. So you first depend on the price of the product. Okay, so the price elasticity simply showing that if there is a percent change in the price of the good, there is also a percent change in the quantity of a good being demanded by the customers. So the more the price is high, the more it will be less demanded, and then the more low, the more the price will be demanded. Okay. So for the elasticity of demand, it is very important concept in economics, and this is for advanced lessons on how individuals and business owners make purchasing decisions. So another example is when you are going to book a room during the weekdays, price or the room price for weekdays are much higher during the weekends. So you better have to book on the weekdays than on the weekends. So like in the mines industry that we have discussed, in the mines industry sector, they are having that or grabbing the opportunity to conduct their ceremonies or to conduct their off or not peak season because the price of the venues and other stuff is much lower than when it is very in demand. Okay, so the concept is if the price is high, the low the demand will be. If the price is low, the demand will be. So that's the elasticity of demand. Okay, to sum it up, have discussed the different food outlets that are being divided into restaurants, the lounges, the bars, the room service, the meeting and conference rooms, the ballrooms, and others. So for the rooms division, we have front office, the reservations, housekeeping, concierge, guest services, including the room service, porters, laundry, security, and community. And there are many factors that affecting the patterns of demand, such as the opening hours, the seasonality, the sociological influences, and healthy eating, and of course the food trends and the elasticity of demand. Okay, so uh, this first topic, operations management, is about the background of hospitality industry, and what are the factors affecting customers and guests demand capacity. So in operations management, you will know or you will study how are we going to manage the operations in terms of different factors affecting the patterns of demand. Knowing the backgrounds of the industry that you have already studied from first year to second year of your entire college life. So now you are third year students. You are third year students, so we are going to study the managerial functions and how you are going to manage the operations in the hospitality industry. Given this data or details, you know, uh, are very much needed for the success of managing an operations. So that's it for today. Hope you learned something from the introduction of operations management. Thank you.